Yes, my people, I really want to share something very important to you. You saw the documentary I published, The Chain Breakers in Igboland.
Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Our land was subjected to deprivation, impoverishment, and a special type of colonization. They ensured our natural resources will never lead to industrialization of our homeland. They have laid the foundation for poverty. But we are strong. We are innovative. Our passion is unbeatable. But yet, we are in chains. Our land was reduced to ashes. Our source of living was brought to nothing. The conspiracy to keep us poor have been perfected. What hope have we? Against all odds, we have emerged from our ashes. We have risen from our defeated places. Now, here is our stories. The Chain Breakers.
Very serious the whole idea of Igboland.
Well, first of all, is the interest to remain here and do business in the southeast?
Here in the southeast, if you invest 40% of what you invest in Lagos, you have more results here.
The beauty of it is that he pays me in advance to make sure I have capital to do it. If I can have such opportunity more, this factory, after some time, will be producing even the issue.
Let the people outside Igboland come back home. Have faith in our people. Have good professionals that can deliver.
At some point, someone asked me to write my product made in China or made in UK for me to sell.
I don't mind if they don't go workshop.
No Igbo man that is lazy. By virtue of our birth, we have fertile lands scattered across southeast.
There are people that say that the foreign rice is better than Abakaliki rice. That one is a lie.
If you have a quality material, no matter where you are, even if you are in the gold, you have customers.
Akuru is when your wealth reaches your father's land.
I wouldn't want to go to Lagos today. I wouldn't want to, even if you offered, all the big houses and things. I prefer to move.
My brother, in all odds, they say home is the best. There's no way you will run out of your home.
If we realize our dream, whether you call it Biafra, if there be an agreement or movement of goods and people.
Our case in ABM, our time has come to be able to lead Igbo, to redevelop Igbo.
So it is the passion and determination of ABM to help mobilize Igbo ingenuity. How do we begin to lessen the stranglehold of our businessmen? What Emerson is going through, what Chikasi is going through, what Naj is going through, what Ibeto is going through, and so on and so forth. How do we do that? But the government of the day at the center is determined to squeeze a good life of the Igbo nation.
Igbo Development Foundation, in pursuit of economic freedom of Igboland with the spirit of our colonial.
Some have wondered why chain breakers, who are in chains, the Igbos, we are in chains of what? we have made ourselves to become. We are in chains of our ignorance, arrogantly ignorant. We are in chains of our fear, the fear that emanates from inside us, the deficit mentality that seems we have inherited from our fathers who lost the war. Now, I want to share you this experience that I had during that tour to cover that documentary. Let me tell you, we traversed the entire 7 states, 7 Igbo speaking states, the 5 eastern states, southeastern state, and 2 south state, that is Delta and the rivers. We covered these areas during that documentary, and I made one discovery that is, that cuts across the entire Igboland, and that is every area, every community we passed through or we came across had a minimum of 4 huge cathedrals. When I mean huge, very huge and mighty cathedrals that over the minimum of 200 to 500 million was spent to erect it. We have cathedrals from various denominations in every community. You that is watching me right now can attest to that. In your village, how many cathedrals do you have? I don't have problem with having cathedrals, building church cathedrals everywhere, but I have problem with the number of factories that are working in Igboland. Now, check for yourself that for every 2 cathedral or 3 cathedral in Igboland, you have 1 working factory in Igboland. How do you think Igboland will be? What kind of economy do you think Igboland can drive? 1 cathedral, 1 factory, or 2 cathedrals to 1 factory. Then you now calculate the number of churches and cathedrals in Igboland and how many factories, working factories, that are in Igboland today. You find out that we are nowhere. And now let me tell you about the church model. The churches that are everywhere, I'm not speaking against the church. No, don't get it wrong. But the church model, they will come to every community with nothing. Everything that was erected or set up in that place was raised by the locals. The locals were the ones that contributed money to raise those cathedrals. After building the cathedral, they build the parsonage, they build this, they build that. And what breaks my heart most is that most of these institutions set up by these religious bodies or Christian bodies have very expensive services to render. The people that set them up can't even afford to take their children to schools built by the churches, to hospitals built by the churches, and other things. My interest is setting up factories, institutions of training that will empower young people in Igboland to develop their skills to solve immediate local needs of our various communities. It's not that we lack intelligent, smart young people that are ready to get involved and get engaged, but we lack leadership in Igboland that can direct development in Igboland, and that is where we have big problems. Throughout our journey, we try to look for companies. We find it hard to find companies to go and get them interviewed and know how they are running their business in Igboland during that documentary. We know how far we had to go to get the few that we projected in that documentary. But I tell you, if you look left, right, and center, cathedrals everywhere. You don't even need to look for them. Why? That is the question. And that is why I decided, through the efforts of ADF, because they sponsored that documentary, we have to engage in knowing the ease of doing business in the Southeast, because that was what motivated to trigger that documentary. The ease of doing business. How easy is it to do business in the Southeast? And that is one of the fundamental reasons why our people invest heavily outside. And that is irresponsibility of the government. The government in the Southeast lack leadership, complete leadership, because they are leeches. They are parasites to the people. They never add any single value. And the people have totally disconnected with them. The trust have been totally broken. And that is why we are gunning in for proper political revolution in Igboland, to overhaul the system and get the right people that will channel the course of leadership in Igboland to the right direction. My interest is sound political structure in Igboland and economic structure of Igboland. These are the two fundamental things we are interested on this platform. When we talk about Igboland, including the other Biafran states, we are interested in development of our land, but that cannot happen very well. That cannot be sustainable without proper political structure. And that is why you see me yearning on PRM. That is why we are driving for PRM. And ADF is already on the front burner to make sure that our homeland is developed economically. That is why they are driving a Akuluono project. As I'm talking to you, some people are still covering and sand filling lagoons in Lagos. We are launching a very radical economic drive in Igboland, and that is my interest, and that is what I am doing, and that is why I am doing what I'm doing. It breaks my heart, and I kept asking this question: why can't we? Ndigbo doesn't depend so much on government to what they are going to get from government. No, they are even ready to support government in development. Look at Sam Mbakwe. That airport he built there. Do you know how he built it? Through the contribution of people, lower class, everybody in Kebele Azo, Patebele Nko, Nukwas Batanukonko. People contributed their resources, people contributed their time, people contributed their talent, their skills, their energy, people contributed their expertise, and they set up that airport. That is Igbo mentality for you. What have happened to that? What kind of leadership do we have in Igboland? We have political jobbers, political traders who are only interested in primitive accumulation of wealth. And that is why we must stop them now, not tomorrow. That is why you must join the political revolution through People's Restoration Movement. The same is happening in other parts of Nigeria, but I am more concentrated in my homeland because charity begins at home. So what I'm saying in essence is that we are having too much religious organizations with less industries, workable industries that can engage our youth productively. If this trend continues, this poverty headquarters they are calling and saying that Nigeria is poverty headquarters, and we are saying it is the northern people, you will see that our people will be at the front burner very soon with the kind of religious mentality we are developing now. And now look at it left, right, and center with little value adding to their lives and solving immediate problem. You see now what breakthrough no spiritually God is going to heal you, or because the hospitals are not working. You go to church to get breakthrough because you are finding it difficult because the economy is bad. That is why many people are in church today. Because there is lack of security, because you are afraid of your life. You go to the church, they will tell you how many people that are pursuing you. I am not speaking against the church. I'm not speaking against, but the point is that we are becoming too religious to our disadvantage. And that is the problem of Africa. God have made everything and given us everything that we need to be advanced in life. If I'm God, I go punish Africa well because we are too stupid. Every treasure of this world is domiciled in Africa, and yet Africa is backward. Have you asked yourself why? It's because of our mentality. And we have to change that if we have to move forward. And that is why I'm making this video. So I will not say too much. That documentary had everything you need to know. Go back and watch that video. You may say it is 55 minutes, it's too long, but it is worth it. What is loaded in that video will open your eyes. And that is why I'm making this video. So I have to end now. Go back to that video, the shame breakers, watch it and share it to everyone. That is where we need to start our freedom. Economic development of our homeland is non-negotiable. Keep subscribing, keep liking, keep sharing. This is BVI Channel 1. I'll continue being here to empower you with right information without missing word. I tell you, it is too late for us to go back. It is too late for us to compromise. We cannot compromise our standard. We have vowed to see this to the logical conclusion. No going back. Your support will help us go a long way, because what we are doing, it takes serious sacrifice. The little you can do is to support our activities, is to support our efforts, is to encourage us. Somebody like me, I need to raise families, but I'm here living my life for my people. I think it is time. The least my people can do is to say, I support your effort. Continue doing what you're doing. And those who have been donating, I appreciate you. Those who have been sending your moral support, your advice, everything, all of them are welcome. Thank you so much. And that is where I'll be wrapping up. Go back and watch that video. Very important. Keep subscribing, keep subscribing, keep subscribing, keep subscribing. Don't stop subscribing. Keep sharing. Thank you and goodbye.